Just talking a little bit about your upbringing here, could you tell me a little bit about what that was like?
In the 60s, my first memories were seeing armored personnel vehicles rolling up and down Constitution and Pennsylvania Avenue, the National Guard troops on. That's one of my first memories. The city was on fire after the Martin Luther King assassination. My father and mother, my original father and mother, were actually assassinated by the Ku Klux Klan in Bamberg, North Carolina in 1967. So they moved me to live with my aunt and my uncle, which was basically a CIA household. So I came up in a CIA environment with very close watches on me. By the way, I was present when they killed my mother and my father. I was there. They killed my mother, my father, my 13-year-old sister, my 10-year-old sister, and my 6-month-old sister. They killed 5 members of my family. I was there. They thought they killed me too. I had my head fractured, busted all over, my ribs all messed up, both legs broken, and my ankle was shattered.
You mentioned at the beginning that your parents were murdered by members of the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
You wouldn't define that as evil?
When I was little, of course I did. As a young person, yes, of course. This is the consciousness that I had. That's what I was here to learn. What evil is, what sin is, what ugliness is. How else could I learn it other than through experiencing it personally? And as I experienced it, yes, I said that's a terrible thing. But I never really felt that bad about it. I couldn't understand why I didn't feel that bad about it until I got older. And as I said, when I turned 50 years old, then I got a clear understanding that no, man, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong under the sun, because God, the universe, has everything slated to happen under his control. There's no force above him. There's nothing that can alter him. There's nothing that can sway him any kind of way. There's nothing that can oppose him. There's nothing that can fight him. There's nothing that he did not create. There's nothing that he does not control. So how on earth could anything be wrong? He explained how on earth nothing is wrong. And he let me know that through the course of telling me all these negative things that we see happening out here are by design. They're by design to give you that experience, to give you that sensation of pure evil, man. You say, why on earth would God want you to know about pure evil? I'm sure that's what you're thinking now. Okay. God is turning us into beings, man, that are close to his consciousness, close to his power and his autonomy. Okay? He's turning us into full conscious beings. How on earth could we become full conscious beings with intelligence and the knowledge of everything without knowing about evil or experiencing evil? How could we do that? We would only be one-sided, man. We would just be half of a conscious being, just everything good, everything beautiful, everything intelligent. We know all that. But everything on the other side, we have no knowledge of that. How could we call ourselves a full conscious being? We couldn't. So what God does, he gives us the full spectrum, man. It's a tough love program, but it works to perfection.
Hypothetically, if you were to step into a space where the murderers of your parents are standing right in front of you, how would you interact with them?
Now or then?
Now.
Now, I would view the entire scene as God on God giving me the experience of watching a total transformation in process. I would view the bodies and the blood and the guts and all this on the ground as just water, man. Because that's what they are. I mean, we're 98% water, aren't we?
I don't mean the scene of the crime. I mean, like, if the
how
people...
I would feel. Oh no, if I saw the people who did it?
Yes.
What would I think of them? Every soul on this earth, my friend, is a fragment of God. Every soul, man. We are all God's children. We are all God's creations. We are all part of God. That's how I view them. I would have no animosity towards them, no hatred, no nothing. I got nothing but love for everybody, man, because I'm doing God's work. And God has nothing but love for everybody. You think it's somebody out here that God hates? You think it's somebody out here that God doesn't like? All right, I'm doing God's work. You understand? So everything that God is feeling, he's making me feel that. He's projecting that through me, man. I would look at them as fragments of God. I would clearly understand what they're doing better than they understand what they're doing. I clearly would know exactly why they're doing it, even when in their mind they really don't understand why they're doing it. You see? And it wouldn't bother me at all, not even a little bit.
Would you be able to forgive them?
How could I forgive them if I'm not even mad at them? There's nothing to forgive. If I love you and I'm not even mad at you and I'm viewing you as a part of God, what is there to forgive?
So there's no animosity?
No, man. There's nothing. I'm not even upset about it. In order to forgive somebody, you have to have some sort of malice towards them, man. You got to have some hatred or some revenge in your mind or something. No, I don't have anything like that, man. I had it like that for many years. But like I said, as my conscience developed and expanded, now it let me see that that's not the true state of the universe. In the universe, there is no evil. You understand? There is no murder. There is no war. There is no genocide. None of those things exist there. Those are just tools and scenarios that God has orchestrated on earth as part of our self-development.
Sure.
As part of our development leading towards higher beings. So we have to experience those things. It's very tough. It's a very tough program.
Hey, thanks so much for watching a short segment of Listen to Understand. To watch more videos like this, click one of the 2 thumbnails below.